The 2026 Ram 1500 Limited might be the most luxurious truck you can buy right now. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For some owners, it's also one of the easiest to regret. Before you spend $75,000 or more on this truck, there are a few real-world problems you need to hear. Why this truck matters in the US market. The 2026 Ram 1500 Limited sits at the very top of Ram's lineup. This isn't just a pickup, it's positioned as a full-on luxury vehicle that happens to have a bed. Leather everywhere, massive screens, air suspension, advanced driver tech. On paper, it's trying to compete not just with Ford and Chevy, but with high-end SUVs. And in the US market, that matters. Trucks aren't just work tools anymore. They're daily drivers, family vehicles, and status symbols. Buyers expect comfort, reliability, and long-term value. But when a truck tries to do everything, it also opens the door to more things going wrong. So let's break down the 5 biggest ownership problems with the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited. The 5 main problems. Problem number 1. Overcomplicated tech that can frustrate daily use. Let's start with the interior, because this is where Ram really pushes hard. The massive screen, digital gauges, customizable controls, it all looks impressive, but in real-world use, it can feel overwhelming. Owners have reported laggy responses, occasional screen freezes, and glitches when switching between apps or camera views. And when your climate controls, seat functions, and even basic settings are buried inside that screen, a small delay becomes a daily annoyance. This isn't just about inconvenience, it's about usability. When you're driving, you don't want to fight your truck just to adjust the AC or radio. And compared to simpler systems from competitors, the Ram's tech can feel like it's trying too hard. Problem number 2. Air suspension reliability concerns. The air suspension is one of the biggest selling points of the Limited trim. It gives you a smooth ride, adjustable height, and better comfort overall. But here's the trade-off: complexity. Long-term owners of previous Ram models with air suspension have reported issues like sagging overnight, uneven ride height, and expensive repairs once the system ages. Now, to be fair, Ram has improved the system over the years, but the concern still exists, especially if you plan to keep this truck beyond the warranty period. And when something goes wrong here, it's not cheap. You're not replacing a simple shock, you're dealing with compressors, sensors, and airlines. For a luxury feature, it carries a very real long-term risk. Problem number 3. Fuel economy that doesn't match the price tag. You're paying luxury money, so naturally you expect some level of efficiency, or at least not terrible fuel costs. But the reality is, the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited, especially with the higher output engines, can still be thirsty. In real-world driving, especially in city conditions or stop-and-go traffic, fuel economy can drop faster than expected. And with gas prices constantly fluctuating in the US, that adds up quickly. This becomes even more noticeable when you compare it to newer hybrid trucks or more efficient turbocharged options from competitors. So while it's powerful and smooth, it's not exactly wallet-friendly at the pump. Problem number 4. High ownership and repair costs. Luxury trucks don't just cost more up front, they cost more to own. And the Ram 1500 Limited is no exception. Between premium materials, advanced electronics, and complex systems, repairs can get expensive fast. Even routine maintenance like brakes, tires, or suspension components tends to cost more than you'd expect. And once you're out of warranty, that's where things can really hit hard. Some owners report higher than expected service visits, especially related to electronics and sensors. Not catastrophic, but frequent enough to be annoying. If you're coming from a simpler truck, this can feel like a big shift. Problem number 5. Resale value uncertainty. This is one people don't think about until it's too late. Ram trucks, historically, don't always hold value as strongly as some competitors, especially at the higher trim levels. When you spend top dollar on a limited, you're paying for luxury features that don't always translate into strong resale value later. And with rapid tech changes, bigger screens, newer systems, updated designs, today's cutting-edge interior can feel outdated faster than expected. So if you plan to trade in or sell within a few years, you might take a bigger hit than you expect.
Who should buy versus who should skip? Who should buy the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited? If you're someone who wants the most comfortable, premium-feeling truck on the road, this still delivers. The ride quality is excellent. The interior feels closer to a luxury SUV than a pickup. And for long highway drives, it's one of the most relaxing trucks you can own. If you lease or plan to keep it short-term while it's under warranty, many of the long-term concerns become less of a factor. And if you value comfort over simplicity, this truck will absolutely impress you. Who should skip it? If you're looking for long-term reliability, lower ownership costs, or a no-nonsense work truck, this might not be the right fit. The tech complexity, potential air suspension issues, and higher repair costs make it a riskier choice for long-term ownership. Also, if you prefer physical controls and straightforward usability, the heavy reliance on screens could frustrate you daily. And if resale value matters to you, there are safer bets in this segment. The 2026 Ram 1500 Limited is a truck full of contradictions. It's one of the most luxurious pickups you can buy, but that luxury comes with added complexity. It's incredibly comfortable, but potentially expensive to maintain. It looks like the future, but parts of it may not age as well as you would hope. So, should you buy it? If you know exactly what you're getting into and you're okay with the trade-offs, it can be a fantastic truck. But if you're expecting stress-free ownership over the long run, this might not be the one. Make the decision based on how you'll actually use it, not just how it looks on a dealership floor. And if you want more honest, no-nonsense reviews like this, hit subscribe because the trucks you don't buy are just as important as the ones you do.